What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, I'm going to take you guys back a little bit and talk about a little store known as GameCrazy. Now, looking at my analytics, it says that most of you are my age, so there's a good chance you do know what GameCrazy is. But for my younger audience and for the unknown, I'll do a brief run of it for you. Before streaming services were the norm, if you wanted to watch a movie or rent a movie or do anything of the such, you needed to take your ass down to the local video stores. Yes, the video stores were a way of life back then, and people mostly had two choices that they chose to go to. One hand, you had Blockbuster Video, and the other hand, you had Hollywood Video. Now, I did go to Blockbuster a couple of times growing up, but we were a Hollywood Video kind of family, you know? Well, anyway, Hollywood Video in 1999 opened up a little game store known as GameCrazy. Now, this was to compete with the growing video game market at the time, so they just thought opening up a game store inside their movie rental place was a way to go. When I was younger, my family would make trips down to Hollywood Video pretty frequently, and every time we were there, my mom would let me and my siblings pick a game to rent for the night. See, it's weird. Hollywood Video also had games you could rent, and then they had a store where you could buy games. Very weird. But every time I would go rent a game, I would always find myself going into GameCrazy. I loved that store. I thought it was a really cool store, and you know, I kind of just want to talk about it for a little bit here. It was around the year 2004, 2005 is when I mostly frequented GameCrazy. GameCrazy was cool. Now, in my Hollywood Video, you would walk through the doors, and to the left there was the video games that you could rent. But right to the left of that was a big chain fence wall that had video game mascots on it, and dead smack right in the middle was the GameCrazy logo. This was obviously the front door to get into the store. I loved the look of this store. It felt so 90s, and the early 2000s was trying to fade away from the 90s, but still held on to that era very strong. I really wish I could go back and look into my GameCrazy and look around in the stores, but all I can really find online are pictures or training videos or commercials for GameCrazy. I guess no one just decided to film while they were there one time, leaving us completely, utterly lost on what a GameCrazy could have looked like fully on the inside. And another thing that's cool is when searching up GameCrazy for this video, I found a guy who uploaded a small loop of trailers that would run in-store at GameCrazy in 2004. This is a really cool thing to see because I wouldn't really expect to see video game trailer ads being preserved. So thank you, Pook Ninja. Your contribution is amazing. Thank you. Also, at my GameCrazy, tucked in a corner, there were a bunch of Sega Genesis games, which is nothing now, but back then I had never seen Sega Genesis games out in a while. They were just a bunch of sports titles they were trying to get rid of, but this was still cool to see. Another cool thing about GameCrazy, since we can't really go to it anymore. Now, GameCrazy was a video game store, like I said, and they sold tons of games up the ass. They also had their own little membership program reward, kind of what like GameStop has today. If you guys want to be a pro member at GameStop, well, they had this thing called MVP. Over my years collecting for video games, I have actually collected a few from GameCrazy when they were open. And I do have a couple GameCrazy memorabilia that I do want to show off on camera. Every time I see these, it kind of just takes me back a little bit. Like, here is Lost Planet on the Xbox 360, and they had a little GameCrazy tag right there. This is an exact copy I got from GameCrazy. So there's this type of sticker that they had, but also they sold games with this type of sticker. This is a Resident Evil 4 copy that I've gotten straight from GameCrazy. I actually remember buying this one firsthand. I had recently lost my other copy and wanted a new copy of it, and GameCrazy had it for $12.99. I wasn't an MVP, so I didn't get that discount right there. A lot of video stores do this, and even GameStop does this. If a game doesn't have its case, they have their own made-up case. Hollywood Video and GameCrazy did have that, and I do have one for Billy Hatcher right here. This is exactly what they looked like back in the day. I don't have Billy Hatcher in here anymore because I actually did end up finding a good case for it, but I did keep onto this just to have it because there are no more of these around, as far as I know anyway. If any of you have any of these cases, keep a hold of them, keep GameCrazy alive in this regard, and Hollywood Video. You never know. And that is also why I have kept all of these stickers on these cases the way they were, because it reminds me of a time that is now gone and a place that is now gone that I hold dear to my heart. I bought a lot of games from there. I remember Shadow the Hedgehog, when that game was brand new, I bought it from there. That was really cool. Unfortunately, I don't have that copy anymore. At this time, my stepdad was rejoining the military, so I actually ended up moving away, and I never went to GameCrazy ever again. However, when I found my way back home, I tried to go to GameCrazy, and I found out that they were shut down. In 2010, Hollywood Video went bankrupt, and GameCrazy went down with it.
With the economy in the state that it's in, it's no surprise to anybody that more and more local businesses are closing. Some of those local businesses are Hollywood Video and GameCrazy.
We found out that we were closing about a week and a half ago. There's a lot of issues that I think Hollywood Video is closing. Competition around here with Blockbuster, Redbox, all the online stuff.
My name is Nikki. I run the GameCrazy in Santa Clarita. We just got announced a couple weeks ago that our store will be closing in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
GameCrazy will be missed. I miss it almost every day, and I just wish I could go into a GameCrazy right now and just look around. I'm older now. I would have appreciated it a lot more than when I was 6 or 7 years old. I'm 23 now, damn it. I want GameCrazy back. It was a good store. But it went under because Hollywood Video was no longer relevant anymore, and Blockbuster wasn't relevant anymore because streaming services were kicking off, and they won pretty good. Video rental stores are a thing of the past, and sure, you might have a family video around you, or if you're in Alaska, you got that Blockbuster, but I'll assure you, those family videos are quickly getting sniped out. I just wanted to make this video talking about GameCrazy a little bit. I don't ever hear anyone talk about it unless they're talking about that god-awful fucking training video. No one really talks about GameCrazy. Sure, it might not be a big deal to people like it is to me, but I miss GameCrazy. I miss when there was a store like that. Also, it definitely did help that my uncle worked there, so, you know, I mean, there's more reasons to go than one. But that is gonna do it for me today, guys. GameCrazy, did you guys ever go to that store growing up, or were you guys a Blockbuster Video type of person? Let me know in the comments below if you were around for that time. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, and you guys can go follow me. The links to those will be in the description below. And while you're down there, can I get you to hit that like button? Can we try to get this video up to 10 likes? That would be much appreciated. And also, while you're down there, why don't you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for post notifications, because I wouldn't want you to miss a single upload of mine. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me today, and you take care.